Hey, Scott, Sambucci here at Sales Qualia, and I want to talk to you about your product demos and why some of your deals, or more than some of your deals, might be going dark. So let's think about the situation, right? So you spent a lot of time, a lot of effort, and you finally got the meeting booked with that big Fortune 500 company, or maybe that big company in your industry where you're thinking, man, if we could just get them as a logo, that would be great validation for the rest of the marketplace. And so you get the meeting and you've got it booked for, say, the 25th of the month. Well, the mistake that I see most companies make, most startup founders make, most early stage teams make is they think about that meeting as like that's the event. Well, turns out the demo is not the event. In fact, oftentimes it's incorrectly thought that demo is a stage of the sale. Like, oh, we've got that prospect in demo stage. Well, demo is not a stage. In fact, you want to be in and out of demo as quickly as possible. The demo should be a catalyst to the rest of your sales process. So, what I want to do in this video is show you a very simple three-phase approach that you can take when you think about your product demos. Because if you do this, it's going to help you perform better in your demos. Your prospects are going to be more excited for the meeting itself, and you're going to have a lot more control coming out of those meetings. So you're never stuck with the kind of, oh, maybe you've heard that was really great. Can you send us a one pager and we'll get back to you? Right? We don't want that. What we want is clear next steps coming out of the product demo. So let's use this example of the 25th. I'm just going to draw a simple timeline down below. So imagine that you've booked your demo for the 25th of the month, and let's just say today is the 15th. So you have 10 days between now and the big demo, right? And again, this is when most people think about, okay, I booked the demo, and maybe an hour or two or a day or two, I'll kind of get things together and rehearse, and then we're really going to show them the platform, and we're really, really going to wow them. Well, that's a mistake because the demo begins the moment that you get that prospect to sign up for the demo. Because immediately what you want to do is think about these next 10 days as your opportunity to warm them up so that they actually show up. I don't know if you ever had this situation where you book the demo, you're excited, and maybe a day or an hour or a minute before the demo is supposed to start, you get the email that, oh, sorry, I got to push, I double booked myself. Or they no show at all, and now you're stuck chasing for the next meeting that you spent 2 months getting in the first place. Because if you do these three things right, then that's going to allow you to move to what I call path to pay up. So let me explain this now that I've divided this out into three sections. So we have kind of section one here is pre-demo. Section two is the demo itself. And section three is this post-demo sequence that you want to run. So in this warm-up phase, you want to concentrate on three key objectives. The first is the who, the second is what, and the third is why. Let me explain. So the who means that as soon as you book that demo, maybe you've got a champion on the other side or somebody that's helping you organize this demo, the first thing that you need to do is figure out who else is going to be in this demo, or who else should be in this demo. I remember many, many years ago when I was working at my second startup, I made this horrible mistake where I signed up a demo and I was all excited because it was a huge financial market company. And I thought there was only going to be three people there. And as soon as I launched the go-to meeting, all of a sudden it was bing, 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 bing. 17 more people showed up simply because I forgot to ask the person who set up the meeting who else is going to be there. Who else should I expect? And now I'm stuck running around trying to figure out who these people are, getting bombarded with questions throughout the demo, and I lost complete control of the conversation. So the first thing you want to do is figure out who else is going to be there or who else should be there. The second part is the what. And the what I'm talking about here is you want to think about what are the priorities? What are the problems? What are the perspectives of the people that are going to be in this demo? What problems do they have? How do they view that problem, their perspective? And what are each person's priorities at work as part of their company's strategy each and every day? This is what we call customer discovery. And too often we skip the step. We get so excited that we book the demo and it's 10 days out that we move over to the next situation or we move over to the next fire in our company. And then the last time we think about that demo maybe is the day before. And what we should be doing is diving deep into that prospect and talking to all the people that are going to be in that demo and ask them, what is your perception of this problem? What is your perspective of it? How do you think about this? What are your priorities each and every day? Because that information is going to help us configure that demo to talk to each person in the room. So now you know who's going to be there. Now you know what the problems, priorities, perspectives are. Then the last piece is this key element to getting people from warm up to show up. And it's basically why should they show? And this is where you have an opportunity to share case examples or testimonials or do some basic research around their company and help each person see exactly how you might be able to help them. And if they come when they come to the product demo, you're going to show them how your product is going to help them solve their problem. Giving them a why to show, because again, if you're selling to executives, you're selling to senior level people at these target companies, they're oftentimes getting double, triple booked. They're getting bombarded every day with people pulling them in different directions. You've got to fight for that time. You have to give them a reason to show up. You have to give them a reason to say, this is my priority for the day. I'm not moving this meeting because I want to see what these guys got. Okay. So that's all in phase one. Phase two starts in the demo itself. And you actually, in phase two, you begin phase three even before you start phase two, which is the demo itself. What do I mean by that? Well, this is you keeping control of the sale by identifying what I call open loops. So notice coming out of this demo, we have momentum. We have a clear path and next steps. So going into the demo, you always want a future pace. These are the things that we're going to be showing you today. And after this meeting, these are the next steps that typically our, our clients tend to take after this demo. So what you've done is you've given yourself permission to follow up and keep control of the sales conversation. Then in the demo itself, you can speak to their problems, speak to their perspective, speak to their priorities so that they have the confidence to follow you after this meeting to say, okay, you showed us something. I can see how your product can solve our problem, and I'm willing to follow you into these next steps. And those next steps are different for every company. It could be, how do you get a meeting with the IT folks? How do you get a meeting with risk or security or compliance to make sure that you follow all the rules and regulations? Maybe it's getting data files so you can set up a proof of concept or a paid pilot of some kind. Whatever those next steps are, it's going to be different for every company. This is some of the things we work on with our clients every day to help identify what those next steps are. So that if you think about this three-phase process, phase one, this phase is all around getting clarity. It's getting clarity for you about the problem that you need to show that you're solving, and it's giving your prospects clarity as to why they should show in the first place. The second piece, the demo, is all around giving them confidence, giving the prospect confidence to say, hey, these guys might be the solution to our problem, and I'm willing to follow them through these next steps. And this third piece here is all around control. How do you keep control of the sale so you're never stuck chasing, you're never stuck with those just following up, just checking in, what'd you think? Here's the one pager. And then those deals go dark seemingly forever. So this is the three-phase approach that we teach to our clients every single day in our Start Selling program. It's just a framework. It's something that takes a lot of time and effort to figure out those who's, to figure out the questions you need to be asking in discovery, building up those case studies, running those demos like a boss. But if you follow this process, then I promise you, then you'll have way fewer deals going dark. The prospects that are showing up to your demos are going to be way more excited and enthusiastic, and it's going to give them more clarity, give them more confidence, and give you a lot more control coming out of those demos so that you'll be able to move more deals through your pipeline, convert more deals, and then ramp up and scale up your startup. Okay, that's it for now. That's the how to run your demos like a boss sequence. This is Scott Zibucci signing off.